America has a problem.
Pick up another call in the parking lot to song. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Then you can get a move on. Like you haul and I know. I like to go slow.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, my shoulder hurt. I slept rough. Good morning. Welcome in. I miss you guys in the mornings. Oh my God. Let's talk about it. Because yesterday they had the State of the Union, honey, and it was a mess, honey. No. So not they tried to fight Mr. Al Green, Representative Al Green, not the other, the singer, the representative. Child, they were talking about State of the Union and how bad it was yesterday, child. Let me show you. They were trying to fight this man's sign. I'm gonna tell y'all about the sign, okay? So basically, the Representative Al Green had a sign stating that in front of Trump's face, they said that blacks are not monkeys. And I was like, absolutely. They was basically saying that he was saying that, listen, you can't sit here and say blacks are monkeys because it makes no sense, right? Let me show you everything that happened yesterday. So it's a lot that went down yesterday at this State of the Union, child. It was a lot. We're going to just stick to that. Shout out to his right, Kevin, child.
To get here and to press this country to
the border. I stuck in the border. Go Trump. Go Trump. Hey, Murphy,
thanks, man.
I have a question. Why y'all that not even in the tax bracket that he is in look dirty? It's no shade. I just had a conversation with somebody on North Carolina Beach. Shout out to North Carolina Beach. And he was like, I'm with both of the parties that, need to be held accountable. We need to talk about that. We need to, let's be honest. And I said, you're right. Why was it so many, Republicans? Yeah, y'all not really catching on. Y'all either, something is wrong with y'all. Y'all not in that man tax bracket. He don't care to tax y'all. Y'all can't even afford your medication and food already and rent.
Thanks, buddy.
Somebody say 2 teeth and got $5 to do this.
Get
I
here.
agree. Like, I don't understand. So this is what Representative Summer Lee had to say. Shout out to Summer Lee. I love her. A lot of people's doing press and stuff against State of the Union with him. And I'm going to let y'all hear it.
Daughter Adriana just gave birth to a baby girl who is yet to meet her father because he's been locked up by this lawless agency. Victor has been in the country for 18 years. 18 years of working to build a life for himself, his loved ones, and now his new family. That is the real state of our union, where families are being torn apart and traumatized, where corporations get more say in our democracy than the people we elect, where the government would rather protect powerful people and the Epstein files than the women and the girls who were sexually abused. We live in a country where we have one reality for everyday people and another for the rich and the well-connected and the well-protected. We have to change that. We have to meet the moment with bold policies that level the playing field and deliver justice no matter how much money you have to your name. Monica's daughter, Adriana, just gave birth to a baby girl who is yet to meet her father because he's been locked up by this lawless agency. Victor has been in the country for 18 years. 18.
They were outside.
An hour or 2 or 3 or 4. A man who's made $4 billion off of being president is going to lecture you, the American people, about how good you have it. A man who is building himself a golden ballroom is going to tell you that if you're struggling to get by, that's your fault because he's killing it. A man who flies around in a $400 million palace in the sky is going to tell you how good the economy actually is. he's going to tell us that the State of the Union is strong. Strong for who? Donald Trump and his billionaire donors' bottom line might be strong. The Epstein class certainly is going strong. But the state of our union is about all of us. And everyone but Donald Trump's rich friends know that it's a disaster. Our union is not strong when millions of folks like Jill are seeing their health care premiums go up 2 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times higher. Our union is not strong when Americans fear they could be killed or taken by masked agents in our streets. And now the latest news is that Trump is going to talk about in his speech tonight another tax cut for the richest people in this country and for big corporations. For an hour or 2 or 3 or 4, a man.
All right. So only 4 Supreme Court judges showed up. These are the 4. That's it. Yes, not even the one that's all who showed up. Okay.
Our nation is back. Bigger, better, rich.
So basically, he's talking to the rich. He's not talking to all y'all that is under his tax bracket. He's saying, great, the rich get to eat. We get to tax y'all and look at you suffer. Me and my rich corporate billionaire friends. That's what he's telling y'all, but go ahead.
Richer and stronger than ever before. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Racism. Knocking down you black people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages. Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really...
Okay, so that's not true. He has a 60% disapproval rating. That is true. Tariffs, he has lost. He has lost a lot of things dealing with a lot of things that he was trying to block that are done and gone with. So he has a 60% disapproval rating of the United States. And it is growing. From what I checked, it was 60. Like that person said in the comments, it might be 80%. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. He lied more than but he lied more than a deadbeat baby daddy that's promised his child that he gonna pick him up on the weekends. Okay, that's just a factor. Not no shade, but he lied more than a deadbeat baby daddy that say I make sure I have the funds for your children. He lied more than a deadbeat baby daddy that said that he gonna have them Jordans red. Yeah, it has declined. Trump is worth a negative 17%, 39% approve, 56 disapprove, and 5% say they are unsure. So his approval rate is declining rapidly. It has gotten to the negative into the red. He like the red, this what happened. But yeah, he lied more than a deadbeat. They tell the baby mama that he gonna give her about like $100 for the baby and they never receive. He lied more than a deadbeat that sit here. At least a deadbeat give you 5-10 minutes a day. He talked to the phone on the phone. He lied more than a deadbeat parent. That says they raising their child great and it's horrible. They don't even see the kids. The kids don't want to be there. He lied so much more worse than a deadbeat that he has made the deadbeat look like an angel.
Really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us, our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much.
Because they're gearing up in New Jersey now. but New Jersey is gearing up for ICE. We want you to know that we're going to be ready when you come here. So you think you saw something in Minneapolis? You come to New Jersey. We may be small, but we're freaking mighty.
New Jersey, one of them. That is Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman. She skipped this last State of the Union. She was retiring after her term, and she said no to her. Okay. Al Green said black people aren't apes. That's what he said. I know that's right. He said, listen, he had it in his face. That man walked by him and was smiling. That was in his face, and he not lying. We aren't apes. We're not apes. Okay. We're not. That's just the term. We're not. Okay. And I don't want to see none of y'all hateful folks, because I be seeing y'all in my comments talking crap. I will read you to the end of no end on this YouTube before I block you. So I'm just telling you, be mindful of what you say and how you say it too. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now let's continue. And he and I, we not
Democrats, every single one of them voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
Come on now. Y'all, it might not be a lot of y'all, but y'all, I like that y'all doing that. Man, y'all finna have people upset.
Democrats, every single one of them voted against these really important and very necessary.
So he kicked Al Green out of the State of Union because of his sign. And the Republicans took his sign and ripped it. So I want y'all to know why we don't give a darn, right? But I want y'all to know, March through November, them same Republicans that cheer for him to be out are the same one, the same ones y'all need to be having their ass out of a job. Okay? March through November, these people are on the ballot. They are on the ballot. Yeah. All right. Because if you are black and you see this, make sure you out there in the midterms. So you can vote early right now. So make sure you're there.
And we will never go back. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Elizabeth Warren, you up next, girl. Are you sure?
They stood up for that. I can't believe it. Isn't that a shame? You should be.
Yes. Okay. So Miss Omar, she ain't held back. All the representatives, there were Representatives Rashida Tlaib and Omar, they yelled back at Trump. Everybody was like, "This, I love him."
Ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself, not.
And yes, our trans kids across this country who are sick and tired of being bullied because it's not trans kids driving up your rent. It is the billionaires doing that. We are standing up for our trans kids across the country.
Now, she's saying these are the kids that want to be trans when they get older. Okay? I want y'all to hear that. I keep telling y'all the LGBTQ is not y'all problem. The LGBTQ are not, y'all gotta be careful with these people that pose it like they LGBTQ, because y'all issues are the men who are agreeing to saying have access to your young girls' bodies. I'm gonna say it again. The men that you should worry about that want to have access to your young daughter bodies, the men that want to have access to these children, the men that want to sit here and snatch away your rent. These are the people and say what to do with your body and be pro-life. The people that sit here and want you to have babies, but then y'all, guess what? Hey, we're going to take away child care. We're going to take away this. Pay attention to that stuff. Taking away sexual education, taking away contraceptives, saying, oh, there's no such thing as the 3-letter words and the three different 3-letter words, all them diseases and all of that stuff. These are same men who have Grindr accounts. Okay.
Tree. And yes, our trans kids across this country who are sick and tired of being bullied because it's not trans kids driving.
I know you, if you don't sit your ass, this is what I be saying. Y'all catching what? Yeah, let me use that. First of all, Orange, people are not your props. You use people that you deem as props. And for you to sit here and do that as a prop is disgusting as hell. That is disgusting. That is trash. This is trash. Like, you release this man as your what you gonna do? Send him back out? I want to know where this man at after this. Did he send him back to ICE? Because it sounds like that's what he did. Trying to look good. He know what time it is. I ain't buying it. My card declined. My card declined. Well, it's the prices decline. Hey, nowhere to be found, girl. Nowhere to be found, child. Nowhere. Child, that price is, I know my card word. Hold on, I know. It don't want to buy that. Oh, okay. We're not buying it. Anyway. It was long. We know it was a loan of nothing. I didn't watch it. Child, I heard it was like 5 hours long. I didn't watch that, child. Let me tell you something. We know he can't top Miss Aretha Franklin funeral. It was filled with greatness and great things about her. This was next.
This rigged system keeps squeezing the people who have it hardest. The communities with the least power, the workers with the least protection, and the families already living on the edge. But we don't have to accept that. The rich, connected, and well-protected may want us to believe this has to remain the status quo, but we can work to make things right. We've seen working people come together from the civil rights movement to the creation of labor unions to change this country for the better, despite powerful opposition. So right now, we need bold policy proposals that meet this moment.
Oh, we talking about the State of the Union yesterday, child. It was a state of a hot mess. Yeah, a hot mess. This is Representative Summer Lee. Now, a lot of the Democrats are working and the radicals are working because they feel like a lot of the things that he is posing is going to hurt the working class people. No, so even if you working class, if you're not a billionaire, that means if you make 6 figures business owner, he's going to target you as well. So that's what they're working towards. A lot of people don't understand that. He like billionaire fair-skinned people, the palm color people. He don't like black billionaires for a reason. I always say that. He don't like black billionaires because black billionaires are open up for black and brown communities and people that are, because they came from there, so they're gonna have people in that class, in working class. He don't like that.
We can build an America that works for the many and not just the money. An America where you can actually afford a home, where healthcare is guaranteed, with affordable childcare and education, with paid family and medical leave, and jobs with.
I want to tell y'all something else. Texas has the lowest education rate right now, which is astonishing to me. But when it comes to like even teachers and stuff like that, it's very low, because meaning the disapproval rate is high because it's a mess. Department of Education in Texas is a mess. It's all over the place. Like I told you before, they're trying to take away Department of Education. Child care is no longer. They're getting ready to demolish that. So if they want you to be barefoot, that's why I say Olivia is the best candidate, because she could be barefoot and pregnant with multiple broken home and baby daddies, because that's what they want her anyway. They don't want her doing nothing else. That's what they want for women. They don't want you to work. They don't want you to speak. They feel like women should be kissing babies and changing diapers.
With a union standard, we can create a just and humane immigration system. And let's be clear, you can't reform oppression or hatred. You must abolish it.
Come on.
We can have environmental policies that put the health of our people and our planet over the profits of oil and gas executives. We can fund education instead of endless war and genocide in Palestine or Sudan or anywhere else in this world. That vision is not radical.
Yeah, girl.
It is the bare minimum required for a healthy democracy and for people to pursue happiness and live with dignity. We, the people, need this. We need a healthy democracy and systems that work for us. We can have this now. Don't let anybody tell you we can't afford it. We somehow find endless money for ICE, for private prisons to warehouse Black and brown people, and for bombs to be sent abroad. But we're told healthcare and childcare are too expensive. And when we begin questioning those priorities, the powerful try to divide us once more. But this rigged system keeps squeezing the people who have it hardest. The community.
No, you can demand more, and that we are working to.
So Virginia Governor Abigail delivered the Democrats' rebuttal to Trump's State of the Union address. Her 12-minute long speech covered a range of topics, but focused mostly on affordability. A lot of your new senators for people that voting for senators and stuff, they are doing that. I also have something I wanted to share with y'all about. If you are California, there is a Democrat that is trying to become a governor. And I wanted to let you guys know that he is trying to take y'all tax dollars in California high and take enough, because, you know, this is Gavin Newsom last term and as a governor. And the new governor want to take the tax dollars to build ICE detention centers. Now, y'all have to understand, California is high enough. And so having that is going to come out of their taxes as well. And I feel like having a detention center before you have let me say this. I'm seeing homeless people get their Section 8 and stuff. I'm starting to see a repetitive thing of that into these new homes they building in California, right? In some of these spaces they have in nice areas. So I feel like if you get this guy and you vote for him, y'all, he's going to take away. So try to, when midterms, when y'all get ready, see who else. Because right now, this is the beginning before y'all do y'all big vote. Check out, if you are in California, check out who else is running as far as Democrat or radical, because I know y'all want to keep it blue. Please do that, because this man trying to take the work away, and then it's going to be more homeless people on the street because you want to have ICE detention centers.
To lower costs. We are working to keep our communities and our country safe, and we are working for you.
I know that's right, girl. So, yeah, State of the Union was a hot damn mess. Not Miguel got child. Miguel been missing since he divorced that girl, and he done came out here and told them, child, look at this. First it was Cardi saying she gonna do, and now it's Miguel. Child, look at this.
Let's see if we can't get ice out, ice out, ice out.
Now, I just want to let y'all know Miguel is Mexican and black, okay? Why are y'all, I'm going to say it like I said it. So, ICE is in New Jersey. It's places that I say, why y'all there? You have Atlanta and you have New Jersey. Why do y'all send them people over there to these? New Jersey don't give a, okay?
Motherfucker, I'll beat you the fuck up out here. Fuck you think you talking about? Yo, you throw that mace, I'm gonna make you. Play with me, serve the people. You supposed to work for the people. These motherfuckers, no, but you talking to me. You should be talking to them. Turn around and look at them before they grab her. Turn around and look at them before they grab her, bro. Talk if you want.
Are y'all chasing immigrants and you motherfuckers are immigrants?
I hate chasing motherfuckers in the goddamn snow.
So they upset because them people car probably totaled. And they're chasing them. And it's a car pile up because of them.
Word up, you should be arresting these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers should be in cuffs.
All right, I can't play too much cussing, but they, honey. So we got to talk about Mexico before I go. And I also want to tell you about Cuba. Let me play Cuba and then we're going to discuss Mexico, because if you got any people in Mexico right now, one young lady say her father is stuck in Mexico. He went for a business trip. He was trying to leave. And it was told to him that if he tried to leave, they were going to set everything on fire. So he is stuck in Mexico. Colombia pewed up a airplane. And American Airlines airplane has holes in it because Colombia... Child. So it says Cuba has fallen to American oil blockade and are living in an now Cuba is still got some things going on. They have a public environment and none of our news is talking about it. So I'm gonna do a little bit. We're gonna look at some stuff with Cuba. And we're going to look at some stuff with Mexico. Shout out to Tiffany. She called Clarissa a paymaster. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Let me play 2 videos and then we'll go to Mexico.
A 5 años es la primera causa de muerte el cáncer. Y es triste enfrentarnos a un niño con una enfermedad que nosotros sabemos que hay posibilidades de controlar, que hay posibilidades de curar.
So he's saying that there are people that need to be cured and things like that. So it's an issue with medicine as well as certain stuff in Cuba right now because of the blockage.
Y que no lo podemos hacer porque no podemos acceder a los
They cannot access their resources.
Y sabiendo que los
So what's basically he's saying is they took their resources because they won't go with a political deal. That's what he's saying in Spanish.
recursos están cerca, no están muy lejos. Y tenemos que llamar a la conciencia también de los profesionales que viven en esos países que tienen mucho desarrollo, como Estados Unidos, que tienen instituciones que tienen mucho desarrollo en las edades de...
The United States is blocking all oil from reaching Cuba, starving out 10 million people led by Marco Rubio. You got to be a special kind of cuck to let a call you Little Marco and then be his bitch. You know, these freaky, so he probably like watching him go from Little Marco to Big Marco. This is Big Marco, formerly known as Little Marco. Seeing me in power makes him get big. It's a ruthless attack on civilians. Hospitals will be pushed to the brink of collapse. Food will rot. People will starve. Think Gaza. Textualizing all of this, Venezuela was supplying a lot of their oil to Cuba. Shit ain't new. For 60 years, official U.S. policy has been starve the people, create humanitarian crisis in order to force regime change in Cuba. Keep in mind, this shit has been condemned at the UN for the last 60 years by damn near everyone except the US and Israel. Treacherous twins. You my twin, you my treacherous little twin. That's how the US and Israel be looking at each other. Now, cue the anti-Castro shit in my comments in 3, 2. See, the fact that all the anti-Castro shit comes from a bunch of MAGA-ass Cubans should tell you what the you need to know in the first place. Your opinion is invalidated, my brother. Now they ass getting deported, which is crazy. I'm sorry, but that is crazy. I'm just saying, if you're able to admit that the United States is oppressive domestically and globally, then you should reassess the way that you've thought about those the U.S. has painted as dictators and terrorists, i.e. Castro.
I want to pause. I heard somebody say the blacks were warning us. We know what corruption looked like because we've had corruption against us for years. We're not surprised. Y'all are starting to catch on. And I mean, let me tell y'all something. We're not going to lie to y'all when we see it. Y'all just want to keep the blinders on. We keep telling you. And when you figure out this man done used the race bait with y'all and talking about black people and you go, oh my God, we've been played. And when you realize you go to your dentist appointment and you can't get your teeth fixed and you're hungry and you was standing him fighting for him and he is out of it, you're not in their tax bracket. I feel like the awakening and reckoning will start to happen very soon. Because y'all going to start realizing soon enough how affected y'all are.
Gaddafi. I'm gonna get a lot of feedback saying socialism doesn't work. Bitch, capitalism makes it not work. Yep. Let me give you an example. Say you decide your family is gonna be vegan. You're gonna grow your own food, be more healthy. I work in the cattle farming industry. So I kill all the plants in your garden and I just start placing hamburgers all over the place, strategically. Prime ribs, filet mignon. So your kids start revolting. Next thing you know, y'all back eating meat that I supplied to you. Did veganism not work? Or am I just a piece of shit that wanted to sell you hamburgers? Free Cuba, man. The United States is blocking.
Free Cuba, free Africa. Africa gonna have to be free.
Hi, I'm Liz. Here in Cuba, there is a serious fuel shortage, and where there's no fuel, everything is affecting. I'm on my way to meet a taxi driver who doesn't know how much longer he will be able to work.
Para mí esto es una pandemia sin enfermedad. No hay combustible, o sea, yo como transportista no tengo cómo volver a cargar el combustible porque no hay, todo está parado.
Uber? They Uber like that? Baby, what? I wouldn't mind riding with the top down. That look a little nice now. I wouldn't mind.
Tengo reserva porque siempre me voy preparado para los momentos difíciles. De hecho, con eso es lo que estoy trabajando con mi reserva.
Okay, vintage cars. Come on now.
¿Y para cuánto le queda la reserva?
Ya para unos 15 días.
15
12,
days.
Depende. No hay combustible por eso, porque
they can't get gas. Now, if you know anything about Cuba is different. Certain things that we have progressed in, Cuba is kind of still there with some of their stuff. Like y'all see the cars, right? 1950 style. It's a little vintage with some things. So Cuba needed that. They're on an island. All the islands needed this oil.
Debido a la situación que tenemos con los Estados Unidos, el bloqueo que nos están poniendo, todo está parado.
So how are they going to feed their family?
Hay familias enteras que viven de lo que hace un chofer de un auto convertible, de un guía. Yo como esto, yo vivo esto, yo respiro esto.
What?
Hay turistas saliendo ya del país debido a que no hay restablecimiento de los combustibles de los aviones y muchas agencias están recogiendo a sus turistas para verlos de vuelta. Y eso crea como una baja de turismo más apresurada. Yo tengo amistades, clientes, no tanto como amistades como clientes, que me dicen, yo quiero ir a Cuba, pero no puedo. Si voy a Cuba, me sanciono.
¿Cuál fue el momento para usted donde vivió más auge y vio más prosperidad en su trabajo?
Para mí, cuando era chofer, en esa época, 2018, 2019, 2020, hasta la pandemia. Sí, me fue muy bien. Ya casi saliendo Obama, entrando Donald Trump.
So Miguel Díaz-Canel is over Cuba now. Castro ran Cuba for a very long time, until he passed, I believe. So now it's somebody else.
El ambiente era diferente. Me acuerdo que entraban hasta 3 cruceros, creo que tengo entendido, iba a la semana. A veces se ponía había uno afuera de la bahía y habían 2 adentro. Y cuando venía nada más un crucero, ya La Habana era otra.
Y
ahora mismo es complicado. Hace 2 días atrás hice 3 horas. Ayer hice 1. Y hoy no sé qué me depare. Es toda una incertidumbre. Hasta ahora, en la actualidad, no tengo un plan B.
All right, let me say this. Y'all got to understand, if Cuba is affected, there are going to be other islands affected as well. This is just a message. This is sending a message. All right, let's play Mexico, and then send my prayers to them. We're going to play Mexico, and we're going to send our prayers that way too. Guys.
Bro, we out here trying to get back to the airport, bro, and this shit is getting scary as hell. Like, look outside, bro.
Wow.
Like, bro, look outside, bro.
Somebody say should have went to Jamaica. El Paso look like Mexico.
Bro, this shit is old.
Y'all want to go to Mexico? Go to El Paso, Texas.
Really scary, bro. Overly scary. Hopefully we can make it home, but
I don't even know what
So I've had a few people reach out to see if I'm okay because I've been living in Mexico for the past 6 months. And if you are unaware, they just killed like the OG cartel leader, and Mexico's kind of in shambles right now. But I'm actually in Guatemala.
Okay.
So I'm good. I timed this trip mainly because I needed to leave Mexico because I've been there for 6 months. And it just so happened that I flew out of Mexico yesterday on Sunday, which is the same day that shit kind of hit the fan. So yeah, your girl's in Guatemala. Was planning on staying here just for a few days, but if things don't improve, your girl might be kicking it in Guatemala for longer than I expected. So I've had a few people reach out to.
All right.
Mexico being one of them. And I don't want nothing with the cartel. They say that the cartels were snatching up American citizens yesterday at the airport and holding them for ransom. And if you were at that airport at that time or in Mexico at all, you needed to call your embassy to see how they can get you home. So like your friends, they needed to call the embassy, the U.S. embassy, and see how.
This is not the first time this has happened. Let's take Haiti. Remember? Same thing. They were trying to get people here from Haiti. And it's Port-au-Prince. Let's talk about it. Now this is crazy. I send my prayers to everybody. I don't want nothing with nobody over there. I really do.
How we getting home and who coming to get us? Right. Because if the cartel is at the helm, honey, you might as well just go ahead and just say your blessings.
Right, because
Go with God.
The cartel is no joke. I've been to the Mexico-Texas border, and we were down there when the cartel. I mean, to literally see the bullets, it's like fireworks going overhead. So it's not a joke, and I would recommend not just
I would say the average man, but anyone who is in politics at that level, I would say take the leap and go over there and for yourself to see just how bad the border, see the cartel. Forget them crossing over.
Yeah.
Just the cartel.
He's not lying. When I went through El Paso, that wall, and let me tell y'all, that little wall ain't shit. So we went through El Paso to get to the border, and we had to drop off some people because there is a Greyhound bus that pick you up from it, from the border of, like, right there. And the border is long. It's very long. It's nothing out there. And it's mountains, and you got to cross through water and all that. Like, we were tip of the border of Mexico. We even went through Mexico. Once we got the border, they had to say, hey, okay, we're going to check and see everybody here. Anybody that need to get off that is in Mexico, you get off and you go there, because they would leave from Texas to Mexico because they have working class visas to come here to work. And then there were people that pick on to come in and go through work. That's how it is in Texas. Like, that's how it is, especially Arizona, LA. If you got a working visa from Mexico, you have the right to come in to work because they're near the Mexican border. Like, Mexico is from Texas to California. That's how big it is. So they can come work, go home. That was how it is. You come work, you go home. These jobs are not what y'all think it is. And I kept telling y'all that because I have seen it for myself. These are McDonald's, Walmart, Jack in the Box, stuff like that. It is not certain jobs, y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth. They would come and go home. So they would do that. They would take the Greyhound home because it's not a long ride. And they would get home that morning. So they would be off from Friday to Sunday and leave and be back for Monday. That's how it go. They do have Border Patrol will ask you a question if they ask everybody, because even some Americans have a visa to do the same thing. So that's just what it was. When I heard that he's building a wall, baby, I seen that little ass wall over Mexico, because when you going towards riding through Texas, when you going back up, I went through El Paso, and it's like going into New Mexico. You can see it. It stretches right there. You can see El Paso, and I forgot the name of that city. And it's a city right there. Beautiful. You could tell. And there's a little fence wall that's cut it off. Over the mountain is a whole city of Mexico that you can see in Texas. I kid you not. I swear for God, you're not right, but you can see the other side of Mexico, and you see people going through making their business in Mexico. I was like, are you for real? I'm looking at Mexico right now. Beautiful little city. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. I say, wow. So yeah, if they don't get snow, because if they get snow, so when I saw how it's over there, you gotta climb over that damn, and the mountain is big as hell. Let me show y'all before I go. It's huge. That border, they're not lying about that border. They be girl. It's Jerez, I think it is. So let me show you. Let me see. Hold on, let me do it on. Before I get out of here, I was like, and I know people that have lived in El Paso, Texas, and they go through the border. It's a nice little 2-hour ride, and right there you go through the border and you go on a visit. Let me show you. Let me turn the music off. This is El Paso. This El Paso, y'all. Jerez. Yeah, this the border right here. Yeah. And El Paso get hot as fuck.
We could walk to it. I see right here. That's the border right there. Right there.
You can actually walk. They go Mexico right there.
Most of our families from over there. Huh? Yeah.
You guys go over there frequently?
I can't go no more. I used to. I ain't coming back.
Some of us can go, some of us can't.
I ain't going back no more.
Yeah. Is it treacherous over there for people at home? Is it treacherous over there? Nah, there's nice parts like every other city.
If you know people over there, you good.
Yeah.
If not, you're fucked. Don't leave the tourist area.
Have money with you. Do not.
Listen, let me see if I can show y'all a better.
Bro, can you review El Paso, Texas? I've asked 2 times already. Damn, White Wolf. Can I do my motherfucking home? You visit El Paso? Violent crimes, F. Property crimes, F.
I have a friend that work in El Paso. Let me see if I can find it. Like you literally.
2 countries, 1 daily life.
Look,
Juarez and El Paso function as a single city, whether governments admit it or not. Together, Ciudad Juarez and El Paso form the largest binational metropolitan area in the world. A shared urban system split by a river, a border, and politics, but united by daily life. This didn't happen by accident. It was built over centuries. The story begins in Paso del Norte, a single settlement founded in the 1600s, long before the U.S.-Mexico border existed. Families lived, worked, prayed, and traded on both sides of the Rio Grande without passports or checkpoints. When the border was imposed after the 1848 treaty, it split land, not culture. People stayed connected because survival demanded it. As railroads, factories, agriculture, and later maquiladoras grew, so did cross-border dependence. Workers lived in Juarez and worked in El Paso. Goods moved north, wages moved south. Families stretched across the line. By the late 20th century, millions of crossings a year made the border less of a divide and more of a daily commute. What makes this metro unique isn't population alone. It's interdependence. Economy.
So when I showed y'all that people were going to their dentist appointments and stuff, that's where they were going at. All right, y'all, I'm gonna end it here. I will be back at 11:15. I just changed it. We're gonna talk about, I have some updates on Janiyah McMichaels, on Genesis Reed, and then we're gonna talk about a Diamond. What is her last name? Diamond Red Nose. I keep forgetting that that's to say it. Hold on. Diamond Red Nose Rice. We're going to talk about that soon. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with more of this stuff. But yeah, El Paso in Mexico, but before Louisianans, people from Louisiana who were Creole and black came to Texas, it was mostly Hispanics. And then they came. I want y'all to remember that. Because what's next to Texas? I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.